Sadie Costigan's story of the famine in Errill. In the years preceding the famine, the staple food of the Irish peasantry consisted of potatoes. In 1847 the potatoes completely failed, thus depriving the people of their principal food. Not only this, but no seed potatoes were available for the following year, 48. Consequently, a general want was felt throughout the land. Hunger stalked the way. Historians tell us that 4 million died of starvation, cholera and fever. Starvation also reigned amongst the people. The old man, Mr. Guilfoyle, told my father that he remembered the famine in 47, when most of the respectable farmers of Errill district were obliged to call to the meal house where the shop of Mrs. Quigley now stands, and take home a bucket full of cooked Indian meal for their family. This almshouse was established by Lord Castletown for his tenantry, out of compassion for their lot. But be it known that as each small farmer was unable to keep his farm, he was given a few pounds for it by Castletown to go with his family to the USA. About a quarter of a mile from Errill to Kyle Malone, an old woman told my grandfather that she saw a young man dead with hunger by the roadside. He had eaten grass, some of which was still in his mouth. My father's great-grandfather, grandmother and 6 children had to go to hospital from the cholera in 48. The 6 children all died there. In the following year, 49, he was dispossessed of his farm. The most remarkable fact is that so many people survived at all. The people shared their scanty meals with each other, such as milk, bread, Indian meal and turnips. Raw turnips were often eaten by the people. It was an offence against the law during those days to kill a hare or even rabbits. Those were the sport of the rich. In the parish of Camross, a young man got 5 years' imprisonment for killing a hare. Mr. Michael Peters, Harristown, told me that there was a boiler in the square of Rathdowney from which the poor people were fed on Indian meal. Mr. Barber Ballybuggy also dispensed meal from a huge boiler in an outhouse. Another public boiler was installed in the barrack of Mrs. Carroll. The mark is still to be seen on the wall. Mr. Peters said there was a family named Reeds of Harristown. 5 of them died. The eldest and the youngest lived. A feature about it was that no sooner had they eaten than they were hungry again. It seemed as if there was hunger in the atmosphere. One man was so weak that he died after eating a loaf. They ate Aberdeen turnips, and they used to cut the eyes out of the seed potatoes and ate the rest. One writer described Ireland at this time as a garden and a grave. The words of Sadie Costigan from the school's folklore collection, Errill, County Laois.